believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
All right, we're back on the Morning Brew with friends. We got new friends on the couch. We got Sara, Jyne Cole from Cats Indoors Committee of Central New Mexico, and Barbra Bear, the owner of the Companion Animal Rescue and Medical Assistance Group. And CARMA, I guess, is
It
that.
is.
And we're here today, really want to talk about transitioning your outdoor cats to being indoor cats, because I've always heard that indoor cats live longer, healthier, better lives, right?
That's right. Yes.
The average age for a free-roaming cat is 3 years. The average age for an indoor cat is 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And so the disparity shows you how important it is to keep your cats indoors.
Right. Well, because anything can happen to a cat when they're kind of free roaming, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, they can certainly be hit by cars, you know, the obvious things. But the other thing is that they develop all kinds of diseases as a result of interacting with other cats, eating mice.
Right.
You know, so there are many things that can occur when you have a cat outside, and you can't monitor their behavior, you can't monitor their food, you can't monitor if they're developing an illness.
Right. Well, when I was in college, we adopted a cat that was a stray. We let it play in our beds and everything, and we got fleas.
Yes, you
That's one of the hazards.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's watching right now, wondering what I did in
fleas
college.
and ticks and
Right.
yes,
We put the
exactly.
cat in the sink, and fleas went off that thing like
Yeah.
rats off a sinking ship.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
And,
And
yeah.
all of a sudden, we had to bug bomb our dorm rooms.
that would do it, because and they bring in the diseases that the fleas would carry. So
Right.
people can get these diseases too. So that's another reason to keep your cat indoors.
And I know at Carmack, you guys have been rescuing tons of cats lately. You have, how many cats have you rescued, and how many do you have right now available for adoption?
We've rescued 4,400 animals.
Over the last,
Now,
how
that's
many years?
Since about 2000. Now that's dogs and cats, but the predominant number is cats, because there are more cats out in the environment coming in as strays. Our group, among all of our fosters, has over 200 cats available for adoption.
Right now?
Right now, they are all indoor cats at this time. And one of the things that we're going to talk about is how we can make many of these cats indoors, and we do that through providing them with enclosures, and also in their home environment, providing them with a rich environment that includes cat trees, playing with them, a variety of things that make them happy indoors.
I think a lot of people forget that cats are like natural born hunters, and they want to play and they want to be active, and so it's important to nurture that in the home environment with the cat.
That
right?
makes them the best pets, because they do love to do that pouncing and stalking, and that they retain that as playful behavior if you keep them indoors. And they want to share that with you. Your cat really does love you and wants to spend time with you, and they make a great companion.
Right.
Well, and one of the reasons that CARMA and the Audubon Society joined together is that we're really pushing the notion of keeping cats indoors, not only for the cat's health, but also so they don't play out their lives as predators and kill birds and other animals in the environment.
I read some statistics a while back about how many birds are killed annually by just house cats, right? It's more
by
than you ever
domestic
think.
cats. It's a huge number, and the sad thing is that both animals are suffering. The cats are suffering and dying because of the reasons we've mentioned, and then birds are, and then they kill also the food that the birds eat often. Like our raptors, and the lizards, like our roadrunners eat lizards. Well, those are gone. So this impacts the birds in many different ways than just attacking them.
So tell me a little bit more about the campaign and how people can get involved.
Well, one of the best ways is to talk to your neighbor and keep your cat indoors, and ask your neighbor to do the same.
Right. It's for the cat's own benefit.
For the cat's benefit. And a lot of your neighbors can really get annoyed because they may be feeding birds, so they don't want your cat coming into their yard, or they might be gardeners and they don't want your cat using their garden as a sandbox.
Right.
So it's good for neighborhood harmony.
It's also an economic issue too, because cats that are outside get into fights, they get diseases, they wind up going to the vet. That's a very expensive step.
Right.
So if we have cats indoors, they are not going to be at the vet as often. So look at all the benefits here. They're not destroying the environment. They're not behaving normally as predators. They're being much better companion animals. They're not impacting you economically. There are so many reasons why we want to keep our cats indoors.
Absolutely. And where can we get these great little brochures that explain a little bit more about basically cats, birds, and you?
Okay. We have these at the Open Space Visitor Center, at the Rio Grande Nature Center, and we distribute them when we are doing different community events, the Central New Mexico Audubon Society. And we've also written this, How to Turn Your Outdoor Cat into a Happy Indoor Cat.
Aww.
And this gives people tips on how to build enclosures and how to put up a cat fence.
How to build a home, a cat tree, all of that great
right,
stuff.
and how to do a window perch and things that help cats.
I love great little housing projects like that.
Yes.
Stuff you can do around the
Yes.
house that makes your cat happier. How much fun is that, right?
That's how, and that is, Albuquerque is recognized just recently. It's the number 7 on the list of wildlife-friendly cities. I don't know if you saw that in the paper just recently. And that's why, and partly because we have this new urban wildlife refuge, the Valle de Oro. And so that's another reason to to watch out for how we're killing off our birds and losing our birds.
It helps the whole city, right?
Right. And urban environment is so very important for our wildlife because these birds are migrating and we've moved into their territory.
Right.
So we need to help by planting native plants, using less pesticides, and
we
keeping
got
our
to
cats
be back
indoors.
in just a couple of seconds.
Okay.
We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but we got to come back in a minute with our friend Joey Belville, who is going to talk to us about a bunch of pop culture stuff this weekend on the Morning Brew with Friends.
Thanks.